everybody. This is show number 17, the big 17 here on the Beth and Lee McCain radio show on YouTube. I'm Lee McCain.
I'm Beth McCain.
And together we're here to talk about the law of attraction and everything that it can do in your life. We share a little bit of what happens with it in our lives, and we have a good time doing this show. Got a lot of news this week, don't we?
We do. And you know what? We've had a really good week. I mean, we always have good weeks, but I love fall. I know I've said this before on other shows, but I love it. And now all the colors are out.
Yeah, everything's turned pink and
it's
yellow.
It's all beautiful and crisp in the morning. Ooh, I just love it.
Well, everybody wants to know who won the
LOA.
The LOA away trip.
Yep.
The Discovery Weekend for November. And we promised it on this show we would say who. So here we go. Dun, 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 dun. And we called them earlier today, and they were so happy. And we have a little law of attraction story with them too, which I'll tell you about in just a second. But it's our congratulations go to Tim and Judy, whom we talked to earlier today in Boise, Idaho.
Boise, Idaho.
Congratulations, folks. We cannot wait to meet you. We'll see you on November 9th.
We sure will.
So they had just, when we told them, and you talked to Judy a little bit, and then I talked to her, and she'd said that just on a lark, her and her husband Tim had purchased an RV. It was kind of a thing where they just decided we're going to kind of make our own happiness. We're going to take over. We're practicing the law of attraction. Mm-hmm. We're going to go out and we're going to take the time and see the country, but they didn't quite know where they were going to go. So they told us that their first trip is going to be out to Oregon from Idaho in their brand new RV. Will be their first trip. So
I'm so excited.
We are looking forward to it, Tim and Judy. Can't wait to meet you. And then the other thing is, the big news is we talked a little bit last week about the magazine. Well, folks, thank you. You certainly haven't let us down, and evidently a magazine for the law of attraction is something that's been quite wanted, because our subscriptions are just off the hook, as the youngsters say.
We're very excited about it. Very excited about it.
So the actual, on the cover it says January 08, but really it'll be coming out in November. You know how magazines do that? They come out early.
Yeah, they sure do.
I never understood that until we started doing this, and so anyway, it's so that it has a longer shelf life, I learned. So
yeah. And then the book will be out too.
And of course, the big book. We have the LOA journal guide, but the book that Beth and I have been working on for about 2 years now will be coming out in the middle of November, and we're going to be shipping advance copies to the people who purchased advance copies of it.
And it's a little bit about our story.
It's called A Grateful Life, and it's people have wondered, well, guys, how did you guys do this? How you're making a living at it? All this kind of stuff. So we tell all that, but we also talk about how we came to the whole thing in our own journey, and it was tough at times. Let's face it.
Yeah, boy, I really remember that time period.
So we share a lot of that with you, and Beth, I got to say, you're very introspective, and you're very very open with your feelings, and she doesn't hide anything. So you're going to get to enjoy the story, the good and the bad, and
the ugly,
and now
then
it's
obviously,
and then also there's all kinds
good.
of things in the book to tell you how to
how the hurdles,
the methods, and
the
how to get over the hurdles
that we hit that
we did it, so you don't have to.
That's right, and we could get through it that way.
So anyway, that's about all the news, and thanks again for all the emails, and again, as always, we say we do get back to you, and with that, how about a question?
Okie dokie.
Okay, that's what the people come here for.
Are you going first, or I am?
Well, I don't flip a coin. What did we do last week?
I don't remember. I'll ask you first. How's that? Okay.
All right, here I'm all ready.
This is from Brian in Michigan.
Hello, Brian.
Hi, Brian. How do you both kick the habit of worrying?
What, us worry? You know what? That's a hard habit to kick. It really is.
It can be?
It is at the beginning. Your natural inclination is to, any event that crosses your path, you try to look at it from all sides, and even if you're just trying to scope out the situation to make it better, you do find yourself, the natural inclination to worry. And basically, and this is going to sound probably very glib and just very off the cuff, but folks, it really is the truth. And Beth will agree with me here too.
I will attest to this.
You know what? You just decide not to worry. That's what you do. it sounds funny. It puts all kinds of images in your mind that just are hard to reconcile.
You know,
But
I remember during that time period when that's all I did was worry. And, if it was about 10 years back. And sometimes I would just worry for the sake of worrying. When I started researching and learning more and more and more about the law of attraction, I sat there and I thought, my gosh, what is this worrying doing for me?
well, and look at
You
the
know,
look at the expense of time.
I know, and it almost paralyzes you sometimes. So the thing that I came up with for myself was this.
And it works, folks.
I know with all my being that I am taken care of no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that being said, if you think, well, maybe that could work, okay, yeah, I'm taken care of, and still worry, then you're still going to have things come at you to worry about.
Because the basic law of attraction 101 is whatever feeling you emit comes back to you.
Exactly. So the best thing that like I said, I got past was I know that I'm always taken care of, and I took do take great joy in that feeling. So
And the answer will come to you, again, if focus on the positive, focus on whatever,
on your solution.
Whatever the worry is.
Yeah, focus on your solution,
So-
not
and then the
not
worry-
the problem.
Not the worry. And really, Brian, I just don't. Again, I don't want to sound glib and off the cuff, like we haven't given thought to your question. We actually have.
Mm-hmm.
We've actually lived it, and it takes a little bit of training. You have to really hunker down and decide, I'm not going to spend this time doing this, but soon you will find that the light arrives and things begin to change, and you might not realize why, but we can tell you firsthand it's because you ceased the negativity of the worry and you moved on to the positivity of the solution. So there's
That's
our
right.
answer.
All right.
All
You got
right.
one for me?
Sure do. Always do. And this question comes all the way from Hong Kong, from Sing, who listens to us each week on YouTube.
Hi, Sing.
Boy, I'll tell you, the law of attraction is a worldwide event, isn't it?
Woohoo!
Yeah, that's wonderful. Well, Sing writes about health. She says, I'm physically ill and I feel bad physically. Is this feeling that I feel because of my physical bringing more pain to me?
That is a good question. What it is it's the mental feeling that you want to connect with. Look for a thought, even if it's small, that makes you feel even just a little bit better. And a little better shifts your vibrations to a little better. And that's better than feeling worse. So what you want to do is you want to, even if you can't all of a sudden at this very moment, whatever you're ill with, see yourself cured of it because your normal mind or your survival self just can't fathom just thinking about it and feeling about it's going to make you feel better. It can, believe it or not. But what you want to do is just shift your focus just a little bit so that you feel a little bit better. Even if it's starting in the mental and it doesn't work into the physical as of that moment, start with the mental.
Yeah, to implement
them.
And start getting the feedback from the universe in the form of the good vibrations and the good feelings coming
And
back.
there's always roller coasters attached with all of those. The feelings
Well, also, and not to denigrate anybody's pain, but when you're in a health crisis and you're feeling, just physically and you're hurting, it's really very difficult.
It's hard to step out of that.
Yeah.
It really is difficult, and I don't want to say difficult, in the respect that it can't. It's just that I have been in a physical position about 10 years ago,
absolutely.
actually.
I recall.
That we had, And so just a little bit better and a little bit better thought.
And then a little bit after that.
And a little bit after that. And maybe today you have 1/100th just better. And every day maybe a little bit more.
But that's better than yesterday.
Exactly.
Well, folks, thank you for the questions.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thanks.
Keep visiting the website. There's always something new on it. So we hope you have a wonderful week and enjoy your trek with the law of attraction. And until the next time, bye-bye.
Bye.